Okay, great. Okay, so total population, total citizens, right? So basically, if we want to find the what percentage of the citizens is the total population, we do equal to citizens over total population, right? And then convert it to percentage, 92%. So we have 92% is the total percentage of citizens to total population ratio. I hope we understand this from the mass angle. It's just like this over this times 100%. But of course, in Excel, we don't need to do times 100%. Even calculators, yeah, we just put the figure and do the division and convert it to, use the percentage sign and it converts to percentage. Okay, so that is what we want to achieve in our pivots. And for us to do that, we use what is called calculated fields. So now on our pivot table, this is our pivot table, we click on it and we go to pivot table analyze. Pivot table analyze, and of course, which only shows when we are clicked on our pivot table. Now you see this option under calculations, fields, items, and sets. You see create and modify calculated fields, items, and all. So you select it and then you'd see calculated field. Okay. So now what we are trying to do, we are trying to get the sum of citizen population. Sorry, we're trying to get the percentage of this, right? Percentage of this and this. So what we do is, what do we call this? Percentage, yeah. So this can be percentage citizens. I can't make out a more
Killing you
logical.
lagged.
Sorry, come again.
Sorry, it's a mistake.
Okay, okay. So percentage of citizens, yeah. So we can do that. I just leave it that way. It's percentage citizens. So for the name, you could just name it to whatever parameter you are trying to, whatever name you want to name it. Perhaps the subject of what you're trying to solve. And then there is the formula colon. And what you do here is equal to 0. It's by default. You see these fields? Just like what we did manually, we just do click on citizen population and insert. Okay, I think you clear out the 0, of course. So equal to citizen population. So, okay, let me just start from the beginning here. Equal to, I click on citizen population and then insert. It comes up, or double tap, then divided by total population. Insert, and I click on OK. So what this has done is that it has done the division, percentage citizen for all of them, and it's part of this. Why this is 1 1 is because it has approximated to one decimal place. So I'll just increase the number of decimal places and you'll see the actual value. Okay. So this shows I could still change this to percentage citizens. So I can now convert this to percentage, just highlight everything and put percentage. So here we see the percentage of the citizens. Did we get that? Any questions? Do you understand? Okay, so I'll just take a quick pause and yes, switch to second screen. Power is restored, so I just need to for easier. So did we get that? Calculated fields. Okay, I'm going to do it again with another option. So let me copy this. I'll copy this pivot and paste it here. So I'll take away the percentage citizens from here. Maybe total. So this time around, maybe we work with states and we work with registered voters. Let's see the registered voters and then the confirmed voters. Sorry, this is becoming. Okay, so now we have the sum of the registered voters and we have the sum of the confirmed voters. So those that collected their PVC versus those that actually went out to vote on the day of the election. Now we want to see the percentage of the confirmed voters, those that went to vote from those that were versus those that were registered. So out of those that registered, how many percent went to vote? That kind of thing. So I'm clicked on the pivot table, right? I go to pivot analyze and I go to fields, items, and sets. I click on it, calculated fields, and I want to see percentage confirmed or percentage that voted. Let me just put percentage voted. Now that's for the name section. Now I go to the formula. So formula is so calculated field is just like saying, oh, manually input. I want to put my own formula in so and so. So formula that's in the pivot table rather. The formula here is sorry, I don't think I can zoom in this particular field, right? Bear with me, please. Yeah. But if you just follow the steps, you'd get it. If you go to your pivot analyze and you go to field and set items, oh, but then perhaps you just watch first. So you see two columns here. You see name and then you see formula, two fields rather. So for the formula, you start with an equal to, just like you're putting your formula in Excel. You start with equal to. And remember, we want to find what percentage of confirmed voters from the registered voters, percentage of people that voted. So it's going to be confirmed voters. I click on confirmed voters once and I click on insert. Then I put my division sign divided by registered voters. I click on it once and I click on insert. And I click on OK. And it automatically creates a new column as part of my pivot table called sum of voted. I mean, I really get tired of this sum of that. So I'll just put it there. So now what it has done is that it has rounded this up to a whole number, but I would rather I had it in percentage. So I highlight the whole colon and just increase the percentage, increase the decimal places to two decimal places, and put my percentage. And that gives me it in percentage, right? So we have a calculated field, calculated colon on the number of the percentage of registered voters that went out to actually vote in different states. In this voters column, we can sort from the largest to the smallest, and from here we can see that in the states, oh, I'll change this to states. In the states of Colorado, the there was a record of the highest registered voters to confirmed voters percentage here. So we had 95% and all that. And we could also see the lists. West Virginia, um, we could see the percentage of voters. We could also have different views for this. This is states. I go away from states and then I take away state and I put the age range, right? I'm going to put this back in states, but so just ignore. Oh, okay. I'll just put in age. So here we could also see changing the age, registered voters versus confirmed voters for the different age ranges. And if we sort from the highest, largest to the lowest, so we can see that 65 years and above register the highest. Maybe I put some conditional formatting here. So 65%, those aged between 65% and above, or we could just group this together from 45 and above recorded the highest voters. And as the case may be, 18 years to 24 years recorded the lowest votes. Of course, the Gen Zs wouldn't really care much. Yeah, and this gives a whole lot of information. So why do we have the younger generation voting less than and all that and all that? Yeah, so like I said, we all know how to do pivot tables and get insights. So what we've done today is how to work with calculated fields, okay? Yeah. So you could do like different arithmetics with calculated fields and different calculations, but yeah. So do we understand how to use calculated fields? Do we have questions? Now it's time to speak before we begin the classworks. We have a lot of them to do. So I'm going to take silence as we're good, right? Okay. So assessment number one. For the voters. So here's the first question. How many states had a voter population percentage below 55%? And what were the states? How many states had voter population below 55%? And what were the states? So this is in comparison with the overall population, right? Yeah, so in our field, we had total population, citizen population, registered population, and confirmed voters population. Now the question is, how many states had a voter population percentage below 55%, and what were the states? Okay, so let's get to work. Do we understand the question? Please let me know if you understand the question, and you can take your time and think through the question, and let's get it done. Mr. Chibeze, this is serious. So, this your non-answer. Is it based on you watched CNN during the election, or you actually did the calculation and all that? None. Oh, nice. Whoa, these gentlemen are on fire. Can I have another none? Is Benga there? Taiwo, Mary, Femi. I'll literally call everybody's name now. Cecilia. I need more. I need more nuns or counter nuns. None. No. Oh, cool. Cool. This is interesting. Okay, let's look at it together. So since I have this, I'll just copy this. So if we use calculated fields like this, like sharp sharp, wow, amazing. Okay, so we're going to work with total population and voters population, right? What was the question again? How how many states had a voter population below 55%? So we're working with confirmed vote. Oh, yeah, confirmed voter population, confirmed voters, right? Okay, so we're going to change this to states and um, so calculated fields, right? Pivot table fields, calculated fields. So call this percentage voter population, and it's going to be confirmed voters over total population, right? And okay, I change this to two decimal places and put my percentage. Now, this guy. Now I'm gonna sort this from the largest to the smallest. Then just quickly, oh, where are the non-people? Okay, so the question is how many states had a voters population below 55%, right? So we're going to put a filter. So I come here under, okay, the states, and I right click and I go to filter, top, no, filter, um, values filter. Let me try that. Yeah. So values filter. Sum of total population, no. Percentage of percentage voters population, and I'll put less than is less than, and here I'm going to put 55%. And so what I'm basically saying is, oh, filter items for which the percentage voter population, that's this, is less than 55%. That was the assessment. And okay. And here we go. So now I wonder why this is showing 55 when it is less than. I'll just add more. Okay, beautiful. So I selected less than 55% and I'm seeing 55% here. So when I add another decimal place, I see that it's actually 54.5%. Yeah. So here we see that we have 13 states that had a voter population below 55%. And they were New Jersey, Florida, Tennessee, Utah, and like we can see here. Okay? Yes, so I know I hadn't mentioned the. Okay, yes. Mary, tell me. Mary, hand is up. You want to say something? Okay. So just to just to justify that, having not shown you this filter option is not an excuse and not a justification for you to have said none. I'll clear the filter and I can. Okay, okay, okay. Dan, Mary, yeah, please tell me. I would just continue after this. You want to say something? I can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Okay, I said what we did was total population divided by confirmed vote.
Total population divided by confirmed voters. But then how do you divide the
Yes.
major, how do you divide the whole body from the lower body? So usually in percentage, what percentage of this is this? You do the subset over the full set. So total population is supposed to be the denominator, while confirmed voters the
Okay, I think that's why we were
numerator.
getting
Okay, so you're saying if you did it that way, you would have gotten this answer, right?
no, we did it that way. It was giving us 100% above. I think that was why it was known.
Okay, okay. So you did total population over confirmed voters. That's why I gave you that. Yeah. So this time
Yes.
around, yeah. So try it out this other way and tell me. So what you can do is that you could just go to your pivots, analyze, go to fields and items, calculated fields, right? And go to where you have that your what you called it, percentage voter population or so. Oh no 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 no. Sorry, that's not what you do. You once you go to okay, you go to calculated fields, then you where you see name, you see this drop down option. You now select the other one you created, voters population. You can clear the formula and put the correct formula. Then okay, it would adjust. Okay. So the question again: how many states had a voter population percentage below 55%. And which states were they? So also for those that would have said, oh, they didn't know about the filter options and all that and all that. I mean, one other way, if you had got to this point, was to sort from either largest to smallest or smallest to largest. I could do smallest to largest. And then here I will just look for anything below 55. And there we have it from here. And I would take the count or mark it 13. So 13 states. And everybody was just saying none, 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 none. But do we get this? Do we understand this? Let me hear so that we'll do it sharp, sharp and move on to there. Like how many questions here? I like five of them. If we don't do it here, the rest will be assignments. And then you know how these questions are. The the higher the number, the tougher it goes. So yeah. So just some comments. Do you understand? Yes. Do you not understand? No. You want a recap and all that. I reckon that we follow. Please, how did you filter the states that have less? Okay, okay. Nice, nice. Good question. So I'll just do that again. Um, of course, remember how we filter. I mean, we talked about filtering and all that. So on the states column, I right click and go to filter, right? So we have different filter options here. The one we had gone for was top 10, where we can modify the number, right? But this time around, I went for value filter. So filter based on value. That was the idea. And I clicked on it. And okay, so here it is, show items for which sum of total population is equal to this sum of total population. No, so my interest was in percentage voters population. So there's a drop down option here. I click on it and I select percentage voters population. So I want a filter to show where percentage voters population is. You see equal to, there's also a drop down. There's an option is less than, and then there's a space. So what is it less than? 55%, as was the instruction. And I clicked on OK. And it just showed me the voters population for those below 55%. And there we have it. Voila. No, no. Sorry, I think my network out there. Did we get that? No, we did not. Oh, sorry. So I'm going to take it again. I'll just clear the filter for states. So we want to see the states that the voters population were lower than voters population was less than yeah, 55%. So on the states column, I come and I right click and I go to filter. So for filter, I go to value filter because I want to filter based on a value, the value being percentage. Okay, so I click on value filters. Now we see show items for which there is a drop down option here, an arrow down. So for which percentage voter population, I select percentage voter population. Next is equal to, I change it to is less than, there's a drop down, is less than, then 55%. Then I click on OK. What's happening to my network? Oh, did we get it this time, please?
Yes, I
Okay,
got it. But 55 is still showing you.
come again.
Like 55 is showing on the I got. Like
You
I
said
got the formula you just
okay,
yes.
but
But
it's not
55 is still showing on that
55 is still
yes.
showing. Yes,
Maybe we are looking
so
for the percentage that is lesser than 55. So I'm
it's
still
showing
getting
55.
55%.
Okay, yeah, so that was why I
Yes,
increased my decimal places. So it's showing 55 if you highlight the colon or maybe just that 55 and you just increase the decimal places by one, you would see it split to 54.5. I guess the 55 is for New Jersey, right?
yes.
Okay. So I'll just take it once more, um, quickly for those who did not grab. So I right click on the states, go to filter, go to value filters, and I want to filter based on the percentage voters population, where it is less than or sorry, where it is less than the different options. There's a drop down that gives different options. So I select where it's less than, then 55%. Okay, and there we have it. Sorry, Sean, were you able to see the 54.5% when you added more decimal places?
Yes,
Okay, great.
yes, I've got
Well
it.
done. Good,
Thank
good, 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 good. Okay, so are we good on this? Are we have we grabbed this so that we move on to the next question? I take silence as a yes. Okay, so let us see the next question. Or do we still need to absorb this one? Ah, this number two question is strong. We'll use it and finish the class. Okay. Yeah. So I just post it. Okay. Um, so this is like a three-in-one question. Uh, How many confirmed voters in CA? Sorry, I guess CA is California, right? Yeah, so yeah, I think CA is California. Yeah, so how many confirmed voters in California were over 65 years old in 2020, in 2012? Of course, we're working with 2012 data. So how many were over 65 years? Then what percentage does that represent out of the total confirmed voters in California? And then what percentage out of the confirmed voters, percentage, of course, do they represent out of the total voters in the entire country? So I would do us a favor by splitting these questions. Okay. Yeah, so this is one, this is 2A, 2B, and 2C. So is anybody done? So when questions come, you think through it, and before you attempt. First question is how many states had a voter population? Oh no, we've done this. Second, how many confirmed voters in CA were over 65 years of age? And what percentage does that represent? What percentage of this population does it represent of what is the percentage of that in the total confirmed voters, from total confirmed voters? And yeah, this is so cool. And what percentage out of the confirmed voters in the entire country were they? Okay, I hope we understand the questions. Um, yeah. Okay, so as you get your answers, you pop it up and we look at it together. And trust me, this is how tax come. You don't come in, use VLOOKUP to do this. They come in, oh, I want to see, get this insight, and it's left for you to use whatever tool you're using, or whatever functions or skills or whatever to get your derivations. Okay, Shell is on fire. Okay, Shell is on fire. Great. More answers, please. Oh, nice. Yes, I like that we are getting different answers for once. Taiwo, I sure do not understand that. Okay, 2A, okay. The, the answers look similar. Mm, okay, anybody attempting? I've seen, I've seen A to B. Anybody attempting to C? To C feels technical. So, what percentage of the confirmed voters in the entire country did the above 65 years old confirmed voters in California represent? Okay, let's look into it together. I'm just gonna move this out of here so that so um I just take this. Should I give more time? Should I give more time for you to try it out before I come in and try my own? Okay, more answers coming. Okay, so because of time, maybe we do it together and yeah, so that we meet up with time. Okay, how many confirmed voters in California were over 65 years? So that's easy peasy, right? So I'll put confirmed voters in this count. and above 65 we had 29,000. So there is California. So I'll put a filter for California. I'll put the states in filter and I'll just select California. Okay, and there is our answer. So well done everybody that got 2.9 M, 2,902,000. Wow, literally everybody got that. Oh, this is awesome. Means we are following. What did um Shell get? Shell, look at that thing you. Okay, you've corrected it. Nice, cool. Okay, so the next. So this is for the first. So the first answer 200 and I mean 2.9 m. Put that here. Okay. So the second, what percentage does this represent of total confirmed voters in CA? So this is still on the CA filter, right? And I want to see what percentage of this is the total. And I'll just put confirmed voters again in values. And for this other one, maybe I'll just put percentage confirmed voters. And for this second input here, I would right click and show value as percentage of grand total or percentage of colon total. Same thing. Percentage of grand total. So you can minimize, reduce this, centralize. Here we see that 65%, those aged above 65%, those aged above 65, right? Country, where, how did the question put it? There was 22% of those above 65 years that voted, that were confirmed voters in California. So our next value is 22%. How many people got it? Let me see. Hmm, nobody. Ah, are you sure I'm not wrong? Like maybe I should hear how people got it. Yeah. Use calculated sheets. Um, yeah. So I'm sure we're familiar with this technique of getting percentage of. Yeah. So the question was, what percentage does that represent? Does this 65 years and above represent in the total confirmed voters in California? So the question was still within California. That is how we got this. Okay, I hope that's understood. The third question, and this one I am scared of because if I don't get it right, I'm deleting the recording for today's class. Okay. Yeah, so what percentage? So the question here is what percentage out of the confirmed voters in the entire country? So we want to know what percentage of this is yeah, is the total number of confirmed voters in the whole country, right? So, what percentage of California above 65 aged is the total percentage in the whole country? Now that's very technical, and I've been trying to rack my brain around it. So first of all, we may have to move, yeah. So I'll just move the states here. I'll move the state to the row. So you have states and the age and the percentage contribution. And I'll just go to California. This should be in alphabetical order. So California should be not far away. So here's California. Here is 65% Californians, and that's 2%. And there we have it. 2% of those 2%, I mean, 60, this English composition is hard. 65, those above 65%, those above, oh my God, those 65 years and above in California amounted to 2% of, okay, the confirmed voters 65 years and above in California amounted to 2% of the total confirmed voters in the entire country. English is hard. Okay, yes. So what I basically did was that I moved all the states. The states was in filter initially, right? So everything has to be there. I moved the states to the row, right? So you have the states and the age. So it just splits everything for me, and I went to California and I looked. Oh, so the other parameters were still constant because the other parameters had to do with still unconfirmed votes, confirmed voters percentage, but this time around in the whole country. So just adding the state field, all right, alongside the age. I went to California and I went to 65 plus and I got my 2%. Yeah. Sorry, I know that may be a bit confusing right now, but we'll all be all right. Practice, practice, practice. So, any questions? Please come again. Okay, okay. This coming again is just for the 2C, right? You understood the others. Okay, great. So, when we understand the question, we need to understand the question clearly so that we can be able to answer it if you don't understand the question. Now, the question was what percentage out of what's the percentage? Okay, so it started with how many confirmed orders in CA, confirmed voters rather, in CA were above 65 years, right? And we did that. What percentage does that represent? We did that. Then what percentage out of the confirmed voters in the entire country? So the question was what percentage of the 65 plus guys in CA what percentage of the confirmed voters? So what percentage of the 65 plus confirmed voters in CA accounted for the confirmed voters, let me put that as CV, in the entire country for that 2012? So that's the question. So we were able here, rather here, we were able to, in the second one, let me take this back here, and I put it in California. Here we were able to get the percentage of 65 plus confirmed voters in California. That was the second question. Now, the third question was, what was the percentage of these guys, these 65 plus guys in California? What percentage of these guys amounted to the whole population, right? And in the whole of the US. So I just came here. Here we had just the states, okay? Here we had just the states, one state, California. If I came here and I just removed the filter, selected all, it would sum up for everything. But how do I get for the states? So here's the thing. All the states, right? So we put all the states first of all. What percentage of confirmed voters represented each state? So, and now they're like, what percentage of, they want to drill down to the age. Remember the dimensions here were the state and the age, and then the measures were the other total population. So I put the age in the row after states and it splits down. So in Alabama, we see a breakdown of the different ages and their percentage contribution to the whole distance since all the states are here. So we just simply go down to California and we look for our 65 plus guys and see the percentage. So this shows the percentage in when you look at it in the whole of the country. Yeah, because all states are represented here. Don't worry, just watch this two more times in the recording till you would grasp it. Okay. Oh, that's great. So any more questions? It's past time now. So if there is a question, I could. Yeah. So there's just I'm going to give the remaining three questions for this particular assessment as as a take home, right? And some others. Yeah, let's see how we do fare with this one, and then we take it up from there. So thank you all, thank you all, thank you all. I think I enjoyed today's class a lot. I was so impressed with your performances, your contributions, and then your answers. I think we'll just follow this pattern for the rest of these sessions. And yeah, oh, then the dashboards. Okay, have a good night rest. Take care.
Thank you. Good night.